Alan, Jeff, thank you very much. Very excited to show this off. Hello, everybody. I'm Corrvieau, Technical Marketing Manager here at ServiceNow. And what we're looking at is Service Operations Workspace. We'll do this in a couple of phases. I want to talk about the true collaboration efforts between both ITSM and ITOM on a single platform. And so what we're looking at here is Service Operations Workspace. And I am logged in as a service desk agent. So our frontline agent, it is a very configurable workspace. We can configure displays, accessibility, notifications. So it becomes Lakshmi's workspace. And so as we change back, we can see this is a complete workspace with all the information at her fingertips. So overviews, incidents assigned to her, SLAs, and everything is dynamic. So these donuts will change depending on the information she is looking at. So as we can see announcements, upcoming events, but what's even cooler, we can see something that's on hold. Now this is a complex incident, and we can see it's been breached by an SLA, it's been assigned, and all the information she needs is at her fingertips. And we're getting even more granular as we dive into this particular record. What's cool is this is where, for service desk agents, the rubber hits the road. We can see the summary, order blank screen on Porsche, all the details, the affected CIs, the class, the support groups, the activities, all front and center. These details have been auto-populated. As we can see in the activity stream, it's been populated by a virtual agent. So it's a little bit more complex. But remember, our agent is not taking a phone call, is not manually putting all this in. The platform provides this information in a meaningful way. We can also see related records, task SLAs, the assignment groups, and this becomes important as we dive deeper into this demo. As we move to the right of the screen here, we can see AI, machine learning. This is in focus. So now this becomes an AI service operations conversation, right? Both ITSM and ITOM together, using machine learning, using AI. We saw those historical recommendations front and center. So now Lakshmi can have understanding of what happened in the past. Currently, we're looking at 40 similar incidents that were created in the last couple hours around this particular event. What's even cooler, Agent Assist is part of this, so predictive intelligence. So now our service agent has all the information, again, not searching through a variety of emails, calling friends, going to someone who has the tribal knowledge. She's able to search across knowledge bases. You can see that incidents, outages, all that is being auto-populated for our agent. So we can go ahead and look at the amount of incidents that are coming through. We can even link these incidents. And why is that important? Because then we start grouping in all the incidents, all the service agents onto a single page, and even push out these comments to the customers. So the customers have access to this information. Also, we can see that machine learning and AI bubbles up those meaningful knowledge bases that's specific to this event. And we'll get into operations, but note that this is particular to this event. And so we can go ahead and attach this. And what's even cooler is this gets pushed out to anybody who has submitted this incident. So we can see there's MS Teams, and this is just really highlighting ServiceNow meets your groups, your teams, and the tools of choice. And nothing is degraded, nothing is left behind. We can see all the information that Storm needs, who submitted this incident, is there. And so coming back to our service desk screen, I can do a little bit more triage. We can understand there's a lot going on. And so with that information, she can go ahead and propose that major incident. But what's cool is this is the collaboration piece that I was mentioning. So in the San Diego release, we have something called experts on call. So these are subject matter experts. And because what we saw in all the details, we know Amelia Bryant is one of the persons that are subject matter experts. So even cooler, we know MS Teams is our go-to for many of our customers. So all that information that we saw in the ServiceNow platform is now front and center between both teams, between ITSM and ITOM. And Amelia Bryant is our subject matter expert, and she's agreeing with what Lakshmi is doing. But what's even cooler is all this information, think about the timelines, both ITSM and ITOM. So generally speaking, it's different timelines, but they can work together on a collaborative situation or a collaborative solution, right? And so this is a good point to stop and really look at what operations was doing at the time. So that in this particular case, they're actually in front of this incident right before all of this kicked off. And so they're already looking at a bigger resolution. So let's talk about Service Operations Workspace and how that's addressing that. We can see all the alerts, everything that's meaningful to this operations team is front and center for Amelia. Even cooler, this beautiful dashboard, this event dashboard, we can see what's most critical, somewhat critical, all less critical, and colorful tiles to really show what's going on at a glance, even at a glance tiles. Even better, we can filter these by alerts. So now this becomes the machine learning for our operations team. So as we dive in deeper, this is where the rubber hits the road. We have machine learning, we have health log analytics, we have anomaly detection. So we can see there was an identified issues. This is what I meant by the predict and prevent part. So the ITOM team was already working on this, seeing the anomalous behavior and those recommendations that we saw on the front end with Lakshmi in the service desk. We can see it's a little bit different, and AI and ML understands that. So it's specific to their needs, this insight, this information. So we can use those recommendations, and then we can use this playbook. Now this playbook helps determine the user impact, notifies the business, alert remediation. In this case, it's expanding the disk space, and we pulled that from our recommendations. So, and the great thing is, like our front end, Lakshmi wasn't looking around, wasn't calling around, swivel chair, everything can be done in this service operations workspace. So Amelia, all she has to do is kick off this remediation process, and it's been executed all in one platform. So we can see everything's green. This is a good way to go ahead and close out our chat in MS Teams, a great collaboration tool. Again, we can see service mapping. Everything is bubbled up, even in a third-party application such as MS Teams. So we close out here, and look at this. The platform pulls in that information, all the meaningful information between Amelia, between the operations teams, any other teams, is caught in this activity stream, can be used for their workarounds, for their remediation process. They can go ahead and post this, resolve this, and then this becomes editable. This becomes auditable. So anything around this can be used for future fixes. So we're going to provide this workaround, but even cooler, like we saw with our operations team, and they put out notifications to the company. Here, all the notifications even go out to the employees, and we see this is using the Now mobile app. And so that is Service Operations Workspace in a nutshell. It's beautiful, it's the next experience, and it's for both ITSM and ITOM. And with that, Alan, I want to pass it back over to you and Jeff.